Hello, today's tutorial should be for teaching your bot how to walk and to pathfind anywhere. Make them go anywhere you want without much issue. This will take some practice, but it's not too hard since I'm here to tell you how to do it. So let's just begin. Now before entering into Forge World, all you need to do is safely remain on the main menu of your game. That way you'll be able to save your progress on assembly. Now on assembly, search for SCNR, which will take you to the scenario. Then in the scenario, write T-sets. That's abbreviated for point sets. Then what I need you to do is on the cog symbol, you add or remove elements. Just add one element for the point set. If there isn't anything, just add one. If there already is one, don't touch it. Then on points, you add 1,000. That's what works for me, so I recommend you do the same. You add 1,000 points inside of a point set. The point set remains 1, but you can have 1,000 points in it. It works best this way. I recommend you call it path. That's what works for me. I don't know if it'll crash the game if you call it anything else. You'll have to do that on your own time. Okay, first thing you need is a hill marker. It doesn't have to be a hill marker, but just use a hill marker regardless. Then what you want to do is go to the object tools by either tapping B or one of the numbers on your keyboard. It'll show up on your HUD what you should press. Then you edit coordinates, and from here you should get X, Y coordinates. You don't need X, Y, Z unless you're flying a vehicle, but your bot is walking, so you only need X and Y. Alright, now that you have your coordinates, I need you to make sure your bot has a name. So, my squad is Parkour. I have 4 bots, but I only want Parkour 2 to move around. Now that I know who I'm going to tell to do the infinite loop, you're going to need to make a script that looks something like this. A startup script, because at the start of the game, this is the first thing that happens. Let it sleep for 5 ticks. This is what works for me, so I recommend you do the same. Your bot likely spawns before that, so just let it sleep for 5 ticks, and then it should be safe for you to run scripting, assembly scripts. Parkour 2, I want him to do infinite, which is his command script. You need a startup script, let it sleep for 5 ticks, and then tell your bot to perform a command script. The command script, you need to tell, unless this script exists, you won't be able to tell him what to do. Okay, right now I've messed with it, but this is what it looks like for me. I don't really care what you call yours, like path start or path go here, path go there, but you definitely want to make sure the instructions are clear so that you remember what the bot is doing. Since you're not doing anything fancy, you can just call it point 1 for the first one and then point 2 for the second one. But once you give the point that your bot is walking on a name, you can't really change it on the script. You'll have to first change it in the points and then let it change over to the scripts. I recommend you don't give the same name to a script. Like, you see right here, you save all the pathfinding for your bot. Make sure it's all a different name so you don't cause any problems. Now let's go see what that looks like on Forge World. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I have them running into each other, but just ignore that. This is a script that was already happening with a different bot. This is how it looks like for my newer bot. This isn't really the most exciting thing you can do with it. You can make him do anything. You can make him pathfind anywhere, give him random decisions. It's all up to your imagination if you can figure it out. You can type stuff down in assembly, and then some suggestions will appear. They're pretty self-explanatory, and if you look up reference in the campaign, you'll be able to borrow some reference from the campaign. I don't call it plagiarizing because you're not selling it to anybody. Just keep this to yourself and your buddies. This is just for fun. Maybe even for making machinima. You can make these guys do anything. You can change their animations, like make them sit down, do some. I've shown some previous videos where there's some bots doing some kung fu in the background, doing random animations. It's all up to your imagination. So I'll leave that up to you.